Hi guys, Joanne here with StampingInTheValley.com and welcome to my craft room. This morning we're going to start with the Sitting Here stamp set again, and I want to talk about masking. Masking is where you want something to sit on top of something. So this card I created yesterday, how cute. I wanted to put the kitty in the basket. Okay, but I didn't want the basket to be on top of the kitty. Okay, the pillows, I wanted them to be on top of the swing. Now, whenever you want to mask something, what you want to mask is what's on top of. So the pillows sit on top of the swing. The kitty sits on top of the basket. So you would want to mask the pillows here and the kitty here. We're going to go through that right now. I love this stamp set. I have to admit, yesterday I did this card, and I used some crumb cake and black, and this is Flirty Flamingo, and it's okay. But I realized that this stamp set, the Sitting Here stamp set, which is absolutely gorgeous, absolutely fun stamp set. I've told you guys before, this reminds me of my grandmother's swing. But I love this stamp set, and I realize, though, that in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, you guys, of course, do whatever you want to do, this stamp set needs DSP behind it. It really, really looks great when you have a little fun DSP behind it, whether you make it yourself or you get it from the paper stack. And the paper stack that we're using today is the Playful Palette. So in here, you pick any one you want. You could pick anything that you want. Look, those stripes would look great behind there also. Okay, and that there, it's double-sided. That green would look great there too if you're going to use a whole lot of Emerald Envy. Isn't that beautiful? Look at those polka dots. I love polka dots. See, I can just get lost in this paper. Just fun. This is a very fun paper stack. Playful Palette. Okay, in my opinion, I think this stamp set needs something fun behind it, not just solid color. Like I said, this is okay. I don't think it's my best work because I'm not thrilled with the darker color that I used here. And like I said, I think this card today is going to be what I really want it to look like. But the most important thing is the masking. And remember, we mask what's up front. So our DSP is cut at 5 1/4 by 4, and then this piece that we're going to stamp on, and it's very vanilla, is actually cut at 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. I wanted it smaller because I want my DSP to show in the background. Okay, so let's just bring this here, and we're going to start. Let's see, I didn't mount my swing. Let me get that mounted. That's that big E block. It's good to mount your swing on a very big block. So, just want to put that down on there real quick. And we're going to stamp off a little bit, so it's okay if these are not exactly straight, but we're good. Okay, now, let's think about this. We want the pillows to be on the swing, so that we don't want the swing to stamp over it. So we kind of have to look at where we want this swing to be, and I'm going to stamp mine up a little bit. So what I do is I use my grid on my mat, so I'll line that up perfectly, and I'm thinking here at this line I need to have the bottom of the chair of the swing, the seat of the swing on this line, and I'm going to be just fine. So what that tells me is that's where I want my pillows to be, and they will be stamped first. I'm going to use some chocolate chip. Okay. I'm going to use some chocolate chip, and I'm going to stamp my long pillow first. Okay, ink it up really nicely, and then I'm going to make sure that my paper there is nice and square on my grid. And of course, Stampin' Up! Sells the greatest grid paper in the world. It's just white, and sometimes it's a little difficult for you guys to see. I like it a whole lot better because the increments are in 1/4 inches, and that's really great also. But for today, and you know, for the sake of on the camera and for you guys to see, I can always do it like this, no problem. So here I want to line this up on my line. And I'm just going to go right here, down and up. Perfect. Get my Stampin' scrub going over here. Just spritz my mist. I keep my scrub off to the side, to the left. I'm left-handed. So, and I clean every stamp as I go. Okay, so there's that one. Let's bring in this little square pillow. And I'm going to put the square pillow next to this square one. Doing this card just a little bit different than the other one because I kind of found what I didn't like about the other one, so I want to correct it with this. Again, using the chocolate chip, and I'm just going to come right next to it and stamp. Beautiful. Okay, now what we want to do is make a mask. Let's, well, we're going to use this. Let's move this aside, and I'm going to show you how to make the mask. I've got some up here. I know you guys see them already, but we're going to talk about how to do this. I use a piece of Post-it paper right here. Just rip off a piece. Stick the sticky part down. Okay, and that's what you want to stamp on. Okay, so take your little square. Let's say you take your square pillow and just stamp it up here. Okay? Yep. Missed. Right there. Okay? And that's okay that it's just a little blur. It's going to be a mask. It's okay. Take your other little pillow. Stamp it. Okay, that's perfect. Okay? Then you're going to take your paper snips or any scissors that you have. Remember these beautiful charms? The scissor charms that we made and the Havakappa, I love doing that. That was so much fun. Needless to say, I kept them on my scissors. I really like the way they feel in my hand. I have to admit that. I like the way that I can hold the scissors with them in there. I don't know, it gives me more balance. Anyway, so here's your little images, okay, and they're on the sticky part of the sticky note, and you just want to cut around them, nice and close. Okay, but leaving, you know, you want to cover the whole pillow that you've already stamped on your card. So nice and close to the edge. And for the sake of time, I'm going to move this aside, but you get the idea what I'm saying. And here's one. This is the long pillow. And here is the little square pillow. Okay, so now we're going to move our card back in right here. And we're going to mask off these pieces. Now I save mine. I save my masks till they really can't stick anymore. Sometimes I add a little sticky to them, but a lot of times our sticky is just too sticky and it rips the paper. So, you know, when you've done it enough, then just throw them away and make new ones. I want to show you. I made a mask. I was making a Father's Day or a thank you for a dad or something, and I masked off the car from the guy's greetings. And see, and I used the lovely as a tree, like the car was in the tree, so I wanted to mask off the car, like the car was in the woods. So I've saved the car that I cut out. See, and I just stick it over here on some part of my craft room. Anyway, so I just tell you guys what I do. You do whatever you want to do, but I just tell you how I do it. Okay, so I've got my little masks down here, and now I'm going to open the chocolate chip back up. I just don't trust myself with the ink, you know, because you can't help it. Sometimes your fingers and hands just get into everything. Okay, so we want to ink this up nicely, and for the sake of time, I'm not going to use it. And setting it up in front of the camera and everything, but your Misty would be a good idea. Okay, just in case your swing you didn't get it fully stamped the first time, now would be the time to bring in your Misty. But I'm already this far, so we're just going to keep going. Okay, I'm going to bring in some scratch paper. Let me put this to the side here. I'm going to bring that in because my the rope that holds up the swing is going to hang off the top just a little bit. Let me re-ink this just a little bit just to moisten it back up, or you could blow on it. That does the same thing. Now I'm getting the bottom of the swing here, the chair. I'm lining that up with that line right there where I've masked off. And you're going to see how wonderful this comes. Here we go. Now remember, I'm behind the camera here, kind of, so if I've missed, I'm sorry, but you get the idea. Okay. Oh, now like I said, this would have been a great idea for the Misty. Let's see if we can line this back up, because let me get this off camera and line it back up. Because we are photopolymer, I should be able to come right back on top of it, and I did. Okay, okay, we fixed it. Let me bring this in here. Okay, we've got that fixed. Because it's photopolymer, I just lined it back up. Okay, now let's remove our pillows, the masks. But again, I have to admit, the Misty would just take all that guesswork out. Look at how nice. Isn't that adorable how that pillow just sits right on the swing? You just remove the mask, and both of those pillows are perfectly positioned on that swing. Isn't that fantastic? And how much fun is that? So now we're going to do the little kitty down here with the basket. Okay, same type of technique. Let's see, we want the kitty to sit on top of the basket, so we stamp our kitty first. And again, in chocolate chip. So I'm going to stamp my little kitty here, right below. And I think I'm going to put, the other time I put it over here, I want to put the kitty over on this side this time. There we go. Cute. And which is adorable just like that. You don't even have to put the basket. I made my mask. I stamped my kitty on my Post-it note, and I cut her out. I mask her off. And I wanted to show you with the kitty. Let me bring this up close. She has these little whiskers right here. And make sure that you get those in the mask, okay, so that it shows up very nicely. Okay, here. Now we're going to take our basket. I've mounted. Chocolate chip. And then I'm going to come right to the bottom of this paper. Look how cute she's going to look. Oh, how adorable. Okay. And we're just going to pick her up, if I can. Let's see, where did I put my little tweezers? Here they are. I just can't seem to do anything anymore without my tweezers. See, and this is just Post-it, and it really sticks. That's why, oh, isn't that adorable? Look at her. She's right in that basket. That's so cute. Very, very cute. Okay, now, what we want to do now is color. I have got my Stampin' Right markers. And for the sake of time, we're not going to color everything. But I would do the kitty in, because I would make an orange kitty. So I would do her in, what is that, Peekaboo Peach. I'd make a cute little orange kitty. And you don't have to get real, look how cute already she's orange. You don't have to be fussy with this, because as you color, Stampin' Up! Has already provided the shaded areas in black. Look at her little paw. So you just kind of run your marker over and you've got it. A nice little orange kitty. Isn't she cute? Okay, so I love Dapper Denim. Don't you guys love Dapper Denim? And I love this little pillow here. So I'm going to do, here I would do every other, I would make like a line here. And then I'd skip that and I'd come over here and use some Dapper Denim in here. Okay, and then in the middle there, I would go ahead and I want to use my Sweet Sugar Plum. Dapper Denim and Sweet Sugar Plum. So see what I'm saying? Then this line would be Sweet Sugar Plum right here. Okay? And so on and so forth down the line. And then over here you can make your flowers any color you want. This larger flower, I love Sweet Sugar Plum. It's a mixture to me of a violet and a pink. Just, oh, I love the new, I keep saying it and saying it on every single video. I love the new in colors. Now watch this Emerald Envy on some of these leaves right here. Vibrant. Just such pretty color. You see me using these colors a lot. Anyway, you just go to YouTube channel. There's a video. And I put a dimensional on the back. Now, I can put this pillow here or here. I think I'm going to put it right here on the end. Okay? So I would pop that up there on the end to give it a little dimension. You can color your basket in if you'd like and your swing. But this little video is just really to show you about the masking. Now, let's talk about sentiment. Oh, and on the last video, I used these little grassy squiggles. I love these. Let's use some Emerald Envy. Emerald Envy is a very bold color, so I really I love the color, but I love it stamped off. So I'm going to stamp it off. Let me bring in my little scratch paper here. Almost like the kitty is sitting, almost they're outside in a swing in grass. Again, stamp it, stamp off, stamp it again. You can bring this one over a little bit more, give it a little bit more dimension there. Okay, then come on to the other side here. Let me get a baby wipe. Clean my block off. There we go. Now you could come over here to the other side, okay, and do the same technique. Stamp off, and then where, you know, just eyeball it. Where your little grass is. Can't get it wrong. Stamp off. And then bring this one over just a little bit more. Nice. It gives it just a little dimension where the kitty is and the swing. Okay. All right. Now, let's talk about these words. The saying. Okay. Move this out of the way. And in the last one I chose, come and sit a while with me. And this one I want to use, you always make me smile. Now, we've been doing a lot with lettering. I have a piece of scrap paper here. And let's see. I think I want to do the lettering on some, what is this? Flirty Flamingo. Let's do it on Flirty Flamingo, okay, and cut it. So, let's close that up, and let's use some Stays On. How about that? You can use Memento. I don't know, my hands just went to the Stays On ink. It doesn't matter. Anything black, black archival, you're going to be just fine with it. So, you always make me smile. I'm just going to stamp it up here. Perfect. Okay. And when I have Stays On, I quickly get my Stays On cleaner and put it at least on my stamp to break it down, break that ink down. I don't like it to stay on my stamp. Okay. Cover my Stays On back up because that smells a little bit, but it also evaporates quite quickly. Okay, now, what you want to do with this lettering right here, isn't that beautiful? Is take an old pair of of scissors because it doesn't matter here. And you just want to cut this out. Okay. Now I come back in with my good paper snips, and I'm cutting out each individual word. Smile and me. Okay. Now then, just snip it down right around that word. Okay, and this is how you're going to make, bring your card base in, this is how you're going, isn't that cute? How you're going to make this just individually adorable. Okay, and cut it, you can leave a little space or you could cut it real close. Doesn't matter, and this is a great way to use up the sides of your dimensionals. You make, let's see, where'd our little me go? Me. And it doesn't have to be perfect. That's what's cool when you do something like this. You want it kind of choppy. You make me smile. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video today. My main concern was to show you all how to mask the pillows so that they will perfectly sit on the swing. But then I kind of got into making the whole card for you, which is good because I love making cards. Okay, so here, you make me smile. And I'm going, when I do attach these, they're going to be just a little, let's pick this up and show it to you. You make me smile. Isn't that adorable? I have a little bit more work to do with the coloring on this card and attaching everything to it, but that's basically how it's going to come out. I sure do appreciate everyone watching my video today. If you need any Stampin' Up! Products, please go to my online store at stampinginthevalley.com and click on the big blue button. You can order any and all of your Stampin' Up! Supplies, especially the Sitting Here stamp set. Thanks again for watching. Have a great crafting afternoon.